Hello students, a very good morning students. I am Priyanka Rai and I am an economics teacher. I welcome you all on my channel Economics at Your Home. This time I am here with the chapter number 6 of macroeconomics, that is banking, commercial banks and the central banks. Now you are going to see the meaning of commercial bank, functions of commercial bank, money creation or credit creation, central bank and its meaning, function of central banks and the difference between central bank and commercial bank. So let us begin the chapter. So the students, the chapter is banking, commercial banks. As you can see, it's written in your book, and you will learn various things. That is commercial bank, its meaning, functions of commercial banks, money creation or credit creation, central bank, functions of central bank versus commercial bank, that is difference between them. So let us see the meaning of commercial bank. What is commercial bank? Commercial bank is an institution which performs the function of accepting deposits, granting loans and making investments with the aim of earning profit. So these commercial banks are the primary unit of Indian banking system and they perform some primary functions. Primary function is accepting deposit and giving loans, as well as they make investments with the aim of earning profit. Some of the examples of commercial banks are as SBI, State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, PNB, Allahabad Bank, Canara Bank, etc. So these are the banks and they are commercial bank. Now commercial bank is also considered backbone of an economy. It can be very well assumed that the household sector saves a part of its income which is made available to the productive sector for further investments. So you can assume that every household sector saves some part of its income and which is made available to the productive sector for further investments. Commercial banks act as a financial intermediaries whose main function is to collect saving from the household sector and lend it to productive sector. What does bank do? Bank accepts deposits by the public, by the people, okay, in the form of their savings, and then it also give loans or it lends to the productive sector. The rate of interest at which commercial bank accept deposit is known as borrowing rate, and the rate at which bank lends out their reserves to investor is called the lending rate. The difference between these two rates is known as a spread, and the profit is earned by the banks. So hope this is clear how it is backbone of an economy. There are 4 points. First, let us assume that every household sector saves some part of its income which is made available to the productive sector for further investments. And commercial banks act as the financial intermediaries whose main function is to collect saving. They collect saving from the household sectors and lend into productive sector. The rate of interest at which commercial bank accepts deposit is also known as borrowing rate. So that means the rate at which banks accept deposit is known as borrowing rate, and the rate at which it lends is known as lending rate, and the difference between two rates known as a spread as the profit earned by the banks. Some functions of a commercial bank. Basically, there are two functions performed by bank. They are classified as primary functions and secondary functions. Primary functions being accepting deposit and advancing of loans. So now we'll see secondary functions, but before we go for secondary function, let us understand what does accepting deposit and advancing of loans means. Accepting deposits generally means that every household sector, as taught earlier and as I told you on the first point of commercial bank while explaining backbone of an economy, that every household saves some part of his income. So when the household saves some part of his income, what does they do? They generally go to bank and they save in the bank in form of saving. There's a saving account, so they save their part of that income which is retained with them as their saving, and banks accept the deposit. Now what does bank do as a secondary function? Many people will go and they will ask for loans, so bank also advances loan, so that is known as advancing of loans. Accepting deposits. Now let us understand what does accepting deposits mean and what is deposit. Well, it is the most important function of commercial bank. They accept deposits in several forms. Now bank accept deposits in several forms according to requirements of different sections of society. The main kinds of deposits are as current account deposits or demand deposits. These deposits refer to those deposits which are repayable by banks on demand. That means that this kind of demand is repayable by the banks on demand. For example, if you open a current account deposit or demand deposit, anytime you can ask for that deposits and bank will give you that deposits without any restrictions. and bank do not pay any interest on these accounts. But bank do not pay any interest on these accounts because they are current account deposits or demand deposits. On demand deposit means on demand. When you demand, the deposits will be given to you. So such deposits are generally maintained by a businessman with the intention of making transactions with such deposits. They can be drawn upon by a check without any restriction. Banks do not pay any interest on these accounts. Rather, bank impose service charges for running these accounts. So that means certain charges are imposed for running these accounts, but bank do not pay any interest. Now, fixed deposits or time deposit, that is for certain period or certain fixed period of time. So fixed deposit refers to those deposits in which the amount is deposited with the bank for a fixed period of time. Such deposits do not enjoy checkable facility. These deposits carry a high rate of interest. Now we will see the basis. Demand deposit and fixed deposit, the differences. Check facility, they are checkable deposit. Fixed deposits, they are non-checkable deposit. That means they cannot be withdrawn anytime with the check. Interest payments, demand deposit do not carry any interest, while fixed deposit carry interest which varies with a period of time. That means depends on number of years, for how many years you are doing your fixed deposit. Number of transactions, the depositor can make any number of transactions for deposits or withdrawal of money, but depositors generally makes only 2 transactions in fixed deposit, that is deposit of money in the beginning, withdrawal of money on maturity. So hope this is clear what is fixed deposit and demand deposit. Demand deposit simply means on demand. Whenever a businessman or a person demand, they can withdraw their amount. And whereas fixed deposit, that is for certain period of time. It is given when it is mature. Okay, when the withdrawal of money is done on maturity. Saving deposits. These deposits combine features of both current account deposits and fixed deposits. The depositors are given check facilities to withdraw money from their account, but some restrictions are imposed on number and amount of withdrawals in order to discourage frequent use of saving deposits. So now we are talking about saving deposits. These deposits combine feature of both current account deposits and fixed deposits. The depositors are given check facility to withdraw money from their account, but some restrictions are imposed on number and amount of withdrawals in order to discourage frequent use of saving deposits. They also carry a rate of interest in which less than interest rate on fixed deposit. So that means saving deposits enjoy both the features of current account deposits and fixed deposits. That is, they are given check facilities, but there are certain restrictions. They cannot make frequent use of this deposit, and it also carry a rate of interest but which is less than rate of fixed deposits. So hope accepting deposits is clear. The bank accept deposits in 3 ways, that is current account deposits or demand deposits, then fixed deposits also known as time deposits, and saving deposits. Now we will see the second function, that is primary function consists of 2 parts, accepting deposits, and secondly was advancing of loan. So we are going to see the second functions of primary function, that is advancing of loan. What does advancing of loan mean? The deposits received by banks are not allowed to remain idle. As you know that whatever deposits bank accept, they are not allowed to remain idle. They do not lie idle with the banks. So after keeping certain cash reserves, after maintaining certain reserves, the balance is given to needy borrowers and interest is also charged from them, which is the main source of income from these. Now this point is to be noted, students, that after maintaining certain reserves, bank give money to the needy borrowers, one who wants to avail the loan or one who wants to borrow money in any form from the bank, then it is given and certain interest is charged from them, which is a main source of income for these banks. So they generally get income in that form. Different types of loan and advances are made by the commercial banks. Let us see the first one, that is cash credit. What does cash credit mean? Cash credit refers to a loan given to a borrower against his current assets. What are current assets? You all have studied fixed assets and current assets. Fixed assets are those assets which remain in business for a longer period of time, whereas current assets are those which can be converted into cash within shortened period of time. So that is like current assets like shares, stocks, bond. Now a credit limit is sanctioned and the amount is credited in his account. The borrower may withdraw any amount within his credit limit and interest is charged on the amount actually drawn. So that is known as cash credit. So generally what happens in this, that cash credit refers to a loan which is given to a borrower against his current assets. Against some current assets, a borrower avail loan from the bank and it is has certain limit, that is credit limit is sanctioned. Beyond that limit they cannot credit amount. So within certain limit, within that credit limit, a borrower can withdraw any amount and interest is charged on the amount actually drawn. So certain interest is also charged on the amount which is drawn. Hope this is clear. Now we'll see advancing of loan. This was the, there are different types of loan. As I told, this was the first, cash credit. Now what are the other kind of loans? So they are as demand loans and short term loans. Now what is demand loan? Demand, I hope you got the meaning of the word demand. Demand means whenever you demand you get. So demand loan refers to those loans which can be recalled on demand by bank at any time. These loans refer to those loans which can be recalled on demand by the bank at any time. The entire sum of demand loan is credited to the account and interest is payable on the entire sum. So whenever bank lend money or give loans, they charge interest, and on demand loans it can be recalled on demand by the bank at any time, but the entire sum of demand loan is credited to the account, but interest is payable on the entire sum. Short term loans, as the word itself implies, short term, they are given as personal loans against some collateral security. What are collateral security? That means certain assets or certain security is given, is kept with the bank in the form of collateral security, so that people can avail loan. So the money is credited to the account of borrower, and borrower can withdraw money from his account, and interest is payable on the entire sum of loan granted. So that means in both the cases, loan is given, loan is granted, but there are interest. On demand loan there are higher rate of interest, little higher rate of interest than short term loans. Now why financial institutions can't be considered as a bank, or what are the conditions required for a financial institutions to become a bank? Well, a financial institution can be a banking institution only when it performs both the function of accepting deposit as well as advancing loan. As you know, financial institutions, they advance loan but they do not accept deposits. Now, for example, just the post office are not banks, as they do not perform function of lending, although they accept deposits from the public. Here post office cannot be considered as bank. Why? Because they do not perform the function of lending. They accept deposit. In post office you can save your money, you can open your account, but they will not give you a loan, they will not lend money. Similarly, financial institutions like, if I talk LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, UTI, Union Trust of India, etc., are not banks, as they do not accept checkable deposits from the public, although they perform the function of lending money. So they do not accept checkable deposit. They do not accept checkable deposits from the public, but they perform the function of lending money. So hope this is clear to you all. What is commercial bank? Commercial bank and its primary function, that is accepting deposits and advancing loans. We have seen the primary function. Now we will see secondary functions. In addition to primary functions, commercial banks perform the following functions as secondary function. Overdraft facility. Now what is overdraft? Overdraft refers to the amount which is drawn by a person holding account in a bank, and person can withdraw the amount more than the amount which is there in his account. That means overdraft refers to a facility which is allowed to overdraw his current account to a certain limit. For example, basically this is not given on saving account. Overdraft facility exists on current account, and this is given to a respectable or a reputed person, reliable customers. Not everyone can enjoy this facility, because in this a person can withdraw the amount which is more than the amount which is actually there in his bank account. For example, if you have 50,000 or 1 lakh in your bank account, and you can withdraw 1,50,000. So this is not possible for all the customers. This is possible only for the customers who hold a reputed value in a bank or reliable customer of a bank. So let us see. It refers to a facility in which a customer is allowed to overdraw his current account up to an agreed limit. Yes, there's some certain limit. That doesn't mean that you can withdraw. If you are having 2 lakh and you can withdraw 12 lakh, 13 lakh, no, there are certain limit for that. So this facility is generally given to a respectable and reliable customer for a short period. Customer have to pay interest though to the bank on the amount overdrawn by them. Now discounting bills of exchange. Bills of exchange. What is bills of exchange? Now it refers to a facility in which holder of a bills of exchange can get bill discounted with the bank before they mature. Well, bill of exchange is a kind of negotiable instrument Okay, and it refers to a facility in which holder of a bills of exchange can get a bill discounted with bank before the maturity. And that means a holder whosoever is the holder of bill of exchange can get the bill discounted with bank before actually it get matured. After deducting the commission, bank pays the balance to the holder. On maturity, bank get its payment from the party which had accepted the bill. So bank pays the money before maturity if the holder is if holder needs money, but after deducting the commission, bank pays the balance to the holder, and the holder of the bill is paid by the bank a balance amount after deducting the commission. And on maturity, bank gets its payment from the party which had accepted the bill. That means the holder who is accepting the bill has to give bill to someone, and the party which is accepting the bill will give its payment to the bank on its maturity. Agency functions. What are the agency functions? Commercial banks also perform certain agency functions for their customer. Agency functions are some services which bank gives, such as transfer of fund. Bank provides the facility of economical and easy remittance of fund from place to place with the help of instruments like DD, demand drafts, mail transfers, etc. That means transfer of fund is easy. Bank collection and payment of various items. Commercial bank collects check, bill, interest, dividends, subscription, rents, other things on behalf of their customer, and also make payment of taxes, insurance premium, etc. on standing instructions of their client. Purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Some commercial banks are authorized by the central bank to deal in foreign exchange too. They buy and sell foreign exchange on behalf of their customers and helps in promoting international trade. So these are the agency functions: transfer of funds, collection and payments of various items, purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Fourth point is purchase and sales of securities. Commercial banks buy and sell stocks and shares of private companies as well as government securities on behalf of their customer. Till now, students, you are just aware that bank give loans, bank accept deposits, but there are various functions which banks are performing, and it was unknown to you till now. So hope you came across to know many things about banks, how banks perform various functions. Purchase and sale of securities, I think it's clear. Income tax consultancy. They also give advice to their customers on matters relating to income tax and even prepare their income tax returns too. So bank also acts as an income tax consultancy. Trustee and executor. Bank also performs the function of trustee as well as executor. Commercial bank preserves the will of their customer as trustees and execute them after their death as executor. I think the point is clear that bank preserve the wills, bank hold the will of their customer and they execute it after their death as executor. Letter of reference. They give information about the economic position of their customers to traders and provide the similar information about the traders to the customers too. Now we will see general utility functions. What does utility mean? Utility means anything which is of use to human being. So general utility functions which is of great use to human being. How a customer uses bank, let us see. So they uses bank for various services such as locker facility. You all know that commercial banks also provides facility of safety vaults or locker to their customers to keep their valuable articles safely. Traveler's check. In order to avoid any risk of carrying cash, sometimes commercial banks also issue traveler's check to their customers when they demand. Letter of credit. Now, letter of credit is a letter given to customer by a bank for their credit worthiness. Underwriting securities, collection of statistics. So these are the general utility functions which is given to by the bank to their customers. So hope it is clear how commercial bank is performing. What are the various functions of commercial bank? Basically we have seen two functions, primary and secondary. Okay, I hope student this is clear to you all. Well, the chapter is bit long and we have covered the meaning of commercial bank and its function. The next topic will be money creation or credit creation, that I will discuss later in my next video. So okay, thank you students, and thank you to all those who are watching it. Thank you.